Hey, Michael, how are you doing? Ready to start the show. I don't know if you saw my other post, but I lost my AIO, my primary AIO, so I got my backup installed. A bit higher than I like, but try to start playing here in just a few. About 70 degrees. Ready to get started here. I saw my other post, but AIO went tapped out on me. Off for RMA. Luckily I had a backup. It's not as good as my primary AIO, but it's in here nonetheless. Okay, right now. Focus.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I said I was going to give some thoughts on the game. I've played every Dragon Age there is. Very first one, awesome. Second one, awesome. Origins, the add-on to the first one was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Plus all the side missions with Morgan and the Crossroads and all that other stuff. Played Inquisition.
Why so serious?
Didn't like Inquisition at first. However, over the years, with the modding community and the amount of mods that are available for that game, it's became much more fun to play. Inquisition, I always felt that the characters were very squarish, all the features seemed to be very square, very masculine. Even the women, they didn't seem to be as beautiful as the women in Dragon Age 1, Origins, and 2. And with the amount of mods that have been created for that game, you can really change how all the players, all the NPCs and everything, how you can change how they look, make them more your liking, whether that be buff, athletic, whatever. You can pick them however you. So that game's kind of grown on me over the years. On no problem here.
I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/vanman88_.
Thanks for the follow. Hit that. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, this game, when I first downloaded it, I was really excited to play it. And, you know, first Dragon Age game in years, right? So, the game itself, it's... Okay, let's start out with the game itself. Immediately, I had crashing issues. I had my custom character, the customized appearance that you see here, would disappear and it would revert back to the main default character. There'd be random crashes, long load times, low FPS. Then I discovered that, you know, even though the requirements don't stay it, this game really requires an NVMe drive to be loaded on. It requires a very high speed drive. Once I transferred this game to my game NVMe, made room for it, and transferred it from my SSD, my NVMe, all that cleared up, right? So no more disappearing of the character creation, no more random crashes, no more really long load times, and no more just real high stuttering rates, right? So fix that, okay? Mods are starting to come along, irregardless, whatever. But the mods are starting to come along, and now we're getting into the gameplay, right? Number one, characters. I like Nev, companions. Varric, I hate that Varric is not an available companion. Absolutely hate that. He was one of my favorite companions in the Inquisition. I virtually took him with me everywhere. Every mission, Varric was like a mainstay in my companion pool, right? You know, you had Sarah, who was also a rogue that could pick locks and stuff, but Varric was just a lot more fun. He had Bianca. He was very agile. His attacks did pretty good damage. This game, I was excited because the very opening scenes and the very initial gameplay where you're trying to track Solus, and you got Nev, and you got self, and you got Varric and Harding. Yeah, that's your four-man team, right? So I thought, okay, well, it's gonna be cool. Well, I was really excited, right? Varric was gonna. So Varric was going to be an integral part of the game. So we found out, you know, we stopped Solus, we send him to the Void prison, and Varric gets hurt. You end up in the lighthouse. A few little missions around the lighthouse, whatever, but Varric is pretty much hurt. Don't like the fact that you have him there, but you utilize him as outshines every other companion that this game is trade. Harding, Nev, Tanis, Darvin, Harding, Tosh, Emmerich, all of them. Varric, I just like Varric a ton better. Find. Not to say I don't like some of the characters. I like Nev, I like Emmerich, I like Lucanus. I like the fact that you have Darvin with a Griffin. I would prefer that the Griffin would have been part of a mission that you could gain access to the Griffin. Get the Griffin to start following your main character. I would have thought that would have been an awesome twist to the Dragon Age games, right? The get like a companion to go with you on missions that doesn't count against your companion count. So in effect, you'd have 5, right? Which you have if you take Darwin with you, but I don't like Darwin as a character. I think what they tried to do is model him a little bit against Cullen from Inquisition and Dragon Age 2. I think they made a mistake. Darwin is a strong enough character to be modeled after Cullen. Cullen was a very strong character in, well, not so much to kind of a secondary actor, but in he was a very strong character. Harding, you had her in Inquisition, but she was a scout. You just had a short little interaction. I think that's where she should have stayed, as should not have been brought into quest lines, right? Don't, nothing against her, I just don't like her. I backstory is stupid. All of a sudden dwarves get the ability to use magic because they find out that they're actual titan, or they're parts of titans that were destroyed when Solus pierced the veil. And you know, the two that elven gods don't like all. Should have stuck with dwarves being dwarves. I think the dwarven character as a whole is a much, already has a rich backstory with Children of Stone and not being able to magic and really being able to feel the stone, and how they hate Emmerich. I like Emmerich. Emmerich is a good character, solid character. I love the fact that it looks like they modeled him off Vincent Price. I don't know if anybody else is. Me, he reminds me of Price every time I look at him, up until he becomes a skeleton guy. So up until that point, he looks like Vincent. I liked his companion. It sucks that we had to let him die in order for Emery. Spoiler alert. Feed to the level of his. Oh, it's lichdom. He becomes a lich. So it sucks that we had to let him die and couldn't bring him back in order for Emery. The last character I'm going to talk about. I hope I don't get a lot of hate. I hope I say that. Like Tosh. Character. I don't like that. I don't like that. I have nothing against that, but I don't like that it was brought into. Games are meant to just be fun. They're not meant agenda, either political or philosophical. It's just supposed to be something to play, forget your problems. I don't agree with bringing that aspect to a game. I like that it was very few interactions. There's only a very few that really put that out there, with the pronouns, or whatever you call it, the they them or whatever. I like that it's a very few, but just the fact that they're there, I have a problem with. Tosh as a character, Tosh, the way they designed her, I like that. That she's strong, or I think that Tosh is a strong person, um, a strong character. I even developed a relationship with her, with Tosh, with my main character. So the one I chose. Well, I'm sorry. Tosh is the one I chose to develop a relationship. I don't like that. Like I said, I don't care what you believe. I don't care how you live your life. Any of that stuff. I just don't think it should. Um, Kids play these games. I think games should just be fun, not have to worry about stuff like that in a video game. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for it, and you're probably going to crucify me else, but that's just my feelings on it. Like, nothing. So, the gameplay mechanics. I like the fight mechanics. I like how fluid they seem to be. I like the control system. I've had to do multiple tweaks on the settings to keep my FPS above a certain percentage. Because I like really high FPS on my games. But the gameplay mechanics, the battles and the movement and the jumping and the jumping over things and the climbing and stuff, I think that all works really, really well. Chief complaint I have, if I can nitpick on any of that stuff, is every once in a while when I go to the companion screen on the main menu, like like right here, every once in a while, like if I choose Emmerich, I'll come over here and I'll choose this and I'll hit A and it doesn't change. It won't go to this screen. So then I have to go to a different person and I have to choose something from them and then go back to Emmerich, and then 9 times out of 10 it will let me choose the weapon. But tell me this guy does not look like Vincent Price. I mean, come on. That is Vincent Price. However, so the gameplay mechanics is great. I don't like the oh, I'm sorry, it's Davrin, not Darvin. It's Davrin. I don't like the lack of real weaponry that you can choose, so you can make them cool or whatever. Same with the character. You know, I have some really cool weapons here and everything. But up until this point, where you start getting the unique longswords and stuff like that, you get some really crappy weapons. No really cool looking, right? Like in the other games, there was always a really cool looking weapon. The armor, it took me a while to figure it out. The stuff that you get with the deluxe edition, it's all skins, right? It doesn't do anything for you. They're weak. So if you like change the appearance look, it goes back to the one that you get from the deluxe edition, right? You get this very gold plated garb that has no value other than what this value is, the Pillar of the Departed. That's where you get your defense from, but that has nothing to do with it. And that holds true for virtually everything, right? The glorious ultimatums, all this stuff, it really stupid. It doesn't do anything. Like if you take the appearance on weapons, it goes back to the sword that you had when you first. It doesn't show you the cool sword. So if you don't know that's there, and you're going through the game with that, because everybody puts that on, eventually, you know, it's cooler armor than what you have. The skill tree, you can only do parts of it. So, you know, you get through all these skills, you work your ass off to get skill points so that you can get through all these skills, and then you get to, like, I did a specialization of a Reaper. Once you get through that, you can't do anything else unless you change your specialization. So you would have to come over here and you'd have to hit specialize, because you only have one specialization active at a time. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Same down here. You know, you can't have a multiple specialization. You just can't have it. Library, like codexes in the library are it is what it is, right? I mean, you can go through all of these and it tells you a little bit about, but it doesn't really do anything. It's just stuff to read. And I'm sure I'm like a lot of people. The last thing I want to do when I play a video game after working all day and reading spreadsheets and or working on job sites or whatever, sit here and read for fucking 5 hours. I seem to remember, like, the older games, like Dragon Age Inquisition, maybe not Inquisition, but Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age 3. Oh no, it was actually Mass Effect. So Mass Effect, when you chose the codex, it actually read it to you. So you could go through and you could be doing other things, smoking a cigarette, drinking a soda, getting a drink, whatever, and it would read it to you. So you didn't have to sit here and freaking read it, because I don't want to read it. The map is okay. General, I mean, you can set stuff, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. Now, I will say that the graphics, if you have a good card. Yeah, I'm on the last missions. I'm on where I go and confront the gods right now, so the full bloom. But the graphics of everything are freaking awesome. They look really good. You know, I love how the red from the Eclipse is actually. In fact, I'm gonna. There, I just got a screenshot of it. It's going to be an awesome screenshot. But, you know, the graphics of the game are awesome. If you have a card that can handle it. You know, right now I think I'm on a... So my rig is a i9 12900K. i9 core 12900K. With I'm currently running an NZXT Kraken Elite LCD AIO, 128 gigs of DDR4, a 4090, a gigabyte 4090 OC 24 gig video card, 1000-watt power supply, blah 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 blah, lots of cooling. So if you have a good enough card where you can achieve, my monitor has a 200 hertz refresh rate, my frame limits are uncapped, my VSync is off. Make sure you turn your VSync off, because that just, what that does is that caps your if you turn it on, it'll cap your frames per second at, I think 60, because it takes everything down to 60 hertz. So in effect, you're going down to a 60 FPS. So just make sure that you enable HDR if you have the thing. You don't want any upscaling unless you absolutely have to. I do have DLSS on, I have NVIDIA Reflex on, and I have anti-aliasing on with a DLA. Render scale is 100%. I believe I do have ray tracing off. Everything is set to ultra on my game. Ambient occlusion, all that stuff. That happened. Volumetric lighting, I have that set to low. Sky quality is ultra. Yeah, I have ray tracing off.
If you have a question or a suggestion, let me know. I don't bite hard.
Ultra ray tracing off. Ray tracing is going to really limit your FPS, and I just don't want it. Everything else is set to high or ultra settings. Cinematics are set to on, bloom on, motion blurs on. Post processing is high because I want it to do as good as it can. Audio is not audio, it's set to normal. Controls I didn't mess with. Gameplay, I wanted a storyteller for the first playthrough. I just wanted to play the story to see how the story was. I have prevent death on, which doesn't really work. I still die in this game. Interface is normal. Ability is normal. Other, nothing. Kind of where I'm at with that, with settings. So the missions. Okay, so the main story mission, getting a team together, getting everybody working together, getting everybody on the same page, developing allies in the shadow dragons, the crows, the bell jumpers, I believe the dwarfs, and the fortune people with Isabella. Developing relationships with them and developing good quality companionship and all that. So the main story is okay. It progresses normally. There's nothing that really excites you. Like, I remember some video games. I remember Dragon Age Inquisition. I mean, it gets a lot of hate, but one of my favorite missions was the one where Haven is attacked, and you have to get your people to Skyhold after that. That's one of my favorite missions, and that's one of my favorite cutscenes after that, where you're trampling through the snow with Solus at your back, and he's showing you the way, and you come over a hill, and all of a sudden there's Skyhold. That's one of my favorite scenes. There's no scenes like that here. There's nothing that goes, wow. I mean, there's one scene that's okay where, you know, you're fighting Gillenane, and the dragon comes down. It's at Weishaupt, and you grab one of the dragon spear catapult things, and you fire through Gillenane. But that's really the only memorable real cutscene that I can think of. I don't think of the game as very memorable. Not something that it's not something that I had fun playing it, but it's not something that I would ever see myself playing again, because it's frankly kind of boring. The companion missions, they're easy. I mean, the hardest one I think was Emmerich. And, you know, where you had to fight the, and spoiler alert, you had to fight the chick with the Green Lantern, and, that was like the hardest one, and then he goes and gets lich-dumbed and all that other stuff. That was like the hardest companion mission, really. You know, Harding was stupid easy. Lucanus, you know, was even easy. I mean, it wasn't, well, that difficult of a mission to complete. So here we are, we're on the final missions, thank God. And most likely this is not a game that I will ever play again. Not unless there's some serious mods that come out for it that really allows me to tailor it to my style and my gameplay, because even my customized character, I mean, she's alright, but, you know, still looks a little bit like a dude. You know, very square jaw, no real proportions at all. And that's just not what I like, you know. I like games like Fallout 4 where I can make the character look exactly what I want. You know, I can make her very memorable and very, you know, cute and very, you know, pretty, for lack of a better word. And so unless something like that comes out for this game, I don't ever really see myself playing this game again, and that sucks, because I was really looking forward to this game. The game was very hyped up and very, you know, it wasn't cheap. It was, you know, 83 bucks or something for the deluxe edition, and after taxes and shit like that on Steam. Figuring out what was wrong with it, figuring out what I needed to do to get it to run right. That all took a lot of effort, but this is not a game that I ever see myself playing again. It's kind of sucky. They have ruined the game. They really have. They've ruined the game. The missions are not memorable. There's nothing about the missions that are memorable. Like I said, you had that one cutscene that I can think of with the dragon and the spear through Gillenane, but other than that, I mean, the cutscenes are relatively innocuous. There's nothing that stands out. Probably one of my most exciting parts was when we got Davrin, because then we got a Griffin, right? And that was very exciting. That was probably the funnest companion mission. Was the Davrin companion missions, because you had a goal, right? You were going to save the Griffin, and that was a lot of fun. That mission was a lot of fun. Emmerich's mission was okay. It was probably the hardest of the missions. Lucanus was actually, like I said, pretty easy. Harding's was just stupid and didn't even need to be written. Tosh's, the Dragon King, it was an okay mission. I mean, it probably on the same level as the Davrin mission. You know, fucking Varric, all you do is go in a room every once in a while to get a stupid piece of advice, and he doesn't do anything. You can't use him, you can't do anything with him, so why is he even there? They should have just killed him in the opening scene. It would have been better. It would have energized the fan base, because they would have became angry that such a beloved character from Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age Inquisition, was killed off in the opening scene of Dragon Age Veilguard. But they didn't do that. What they did was they injured him, and then they stuck him in a room. They stuck him in a room. Down a hallway with a fucking mirror in it.
Damn it.
And he's
I should
always
be out there with you. Bianca's getting cranky cooped up in here.
And that's what he does. He sits there the whole
Smash the
fucking
like
time.
button multiple times and give me a follow.
I mean, seriously, why is he even here? Just don't get it. So we get through all the missions, we get through all the companion missions, everybody gets on the same page, and that's where we're all right now. You get the crossroads sorted out, and you get to this mission where you have to go talk to Tosh because you're getting ready to go to front the gods. And you know, the crossroads is cool. See, you can't even go to the crossroads anymore. You can't do anything. Because you get to the last mission. Well, what if I don't want to do the last mission? What if I just want to explore some more? Why am I being forced to complete that last mission? You know?
Hey,
Hey,
what do you want?
Now she's doing squats. Okay, so now we're going to talk feelings.
well, that's the thing. We're getting ready to fight Gillenane,
Yeah?
and I didn't want to go into that fight with anything left unsaid.
Okay.
So, I wanted to tell you how I feel.
You've got to be kidding me. The last thing we need before a fight like this is a distraction.
A distraction?
Makes you stupid. Stupid gets you killed.
Tosh, please. You and I both know the odds here.
Stop it! You can't say stuff like that!
I don't want our last talk to be like this.
I can't have another person telling me they care about me and then die. Forget it.
Huh.
Well, that was... Yeah. I should talk with Varric, too. Get any last advice for killing a god.
Thanks again for talking with me. Being non-binary feels... good.
Okay.
Not
Varric, I hope I'm not, interrupting whatever you're doing.
Take a deep breath.
The gods changed all the rules. We're going in blind. The whole team is pretty sure we're gonna die. And they might be right.
Weird shit is happening. Of course the team's on edge. It's not a personal failing for you to be scared either.
I don't know how to carry this weight, Varric.
No one does. This job was always going to call for someone who could improvise. You're on this team for a reason too, you know.
I guess I have some thinking to do. About everything.
Go on. You know where to find me if you need me.
Well, let's not keep the gods waiting.
See, that is a completely useless interaction. Completely useless.
Hey, Rook. There's a complete collection of Randy Dowager quarterlies here. I see Chuckles in a new light now.
I don't even know what that means. What are they, some like porn book or something? I mean... Can't go to a crossroad. I gotta use the restroom. Okay, sorry about that. So, yeah. So, we're at the last mission. Only place I can go. It's the only thing I can do. So, if you're not quite here yet, make sure you don't start the last mission until you're absolutely ready to, because once you do, you lose all ability to do anything else. Oh. All the guns. Now I gotta go to Tearstone Island. Only thing I can do. Okay, so here we go. Last mission. A truly not great game.
It's fortunate we weren't spotted coming in.
Has anybody ever seen Ghost of Mars? Did all those voices in the background spouting whatever it is they were spouting not sound like the ghosts from Ghost of Mars? The dude sounded just like, I mean, come on, really? At least make it sound right.
A lot of dreadnoughts. One shot is all it takes.
Now we just have to deal with that. Morgan didn't exaggerate. That's the entire Antom army over there.
One thing I will say that I like is they brought Morgan in. I like Morgan. I've always liked Morgan. She was a great companion in Dragon Age 1. Great adversary and offshoot of Dragon Age 1. I think it was Origins. It was pretty cool. I mean, she didn't have a lot to do with Inquisition, but she was a good character in Inquisition. I really like that they brought Isabel back from Dragon Age 2. She was like one of the love interests of the hero. That game. I really liked her. She was one of my, it was Varric and Isabella. They pretty much went with all my missions in that game. I like that they brought her back. I do not like that you were not able to recruit her. I think she's awesome companion and should have allowed you. They don't. What you see right here, what you get. So yeah, here we go.
Armies are big and clumsy. We can do this.
Agreed, if we move quick enough.
The gods will know we're here soon, and so will the Antom. We need a distraction. One team to draw off that army, and another to stop the gods from finishing their dagger.
I'll take half the team and cause some trouble down by the Antom ships.
Wait, I'm the scout. I can get us around this place faster.
There'll be Blight farther up, Harding, and Darkspawn.
I've fought them before, and I've got the stone on my side.
No one's fast enough for that many Antom.
Someone has to do this, Tosh.
So who will it be?
I'm gonna have Harding do it because I don't like her
right.
anyways.
This requires a good scout.
I'll take care of it. I promise.
I'll take the rest of us, and get to the gods before they finish their dagger and cut open the Fade. Once we're in place, Lucanus will take Solus's dagger and ambush Gillinane.
Do you like what you see? Do you hit that share and give the channel a follow?
One problem at a time. As long as he has that archdemon, he's invulnerable. Concentrate on Gillinane first. We kill her, take the god's dagger, then deal with Elganon.
We should go. Wish me a little luck.
You got it. Hodding.
Like you said back at the lighthouse, Rook. We stop the gods. Whatever it takes.
Weak. Alright. I'm gonna take Darvin, Emmerich. Guess that's all I get.
All right. Not the quickest path ahead, but we might reach the gods before we're spotted. There! That must be where the gods are making the dagger.
I can feel the blight from here. Keep an eye out.
And none of this stuff really does anything.
Well, so much for that.
Take them out before they set off the alarm.
Intruders, take arms!
You heard the Kunari.
They've got mortars.
Are those human soldiers?
The Antam aren't taking any chances.
And I will just say that with the exception of the butcher in Docktown, I liked his character. Enemies are kind of stupid. You know, I also wish that just for once they would take kind of a key from Skyrim and allow you to recruit a dragon instead of just kill every dragon that you. In Skyrim, there's a mod that you can install that will recruit a dragon to be a companion to you, that flies overhead of you and helps do ranged attacks and stuff like that. And it's a cool thing. I hate the fact that there's some really cool dragons even in this game, but nice if you recruit one, because you know dragons are supposed to be full of wisdom and that, so it can't all be bad. We saw that in Skyrim with the Thune and dragon on top of the mountain. I can't remember his name, but all, you know, there can be good dragons. I just don't like the fact that you have to kill every. Running about 70 degrees right now.
Sounds like a lot more Antom across the bay.
What are they saying?
Something about Gillenane giving them world-crushing power? Must be Harding's team distracting the Antom. I hope they're all right. Mercenaries again. They have mages.
What ragged spellcraft?
Coming at range! Ranged! Incoming!
All right.
Antom Reaver!
Und wird Punkt auf 88er unterstrichen.
That is a stupid monster, an Antom Reaver. It didn't even look like an Antom.
me out, Rook. We shall meet soon.
Yes, we
I just
shall.
heard Elganon.
I heard him as well. He knew my name.
What did this place used to be?
Looks like just another old elven palace to me. Gods must have built hundreds.
More of those mercenaries!
We can't let them slow us down.
Coming at range!
More useless shit that you're never gonna use. The collectibles. Ooh. No idea what the fuck they do. Don't do anything. You can decorate your room with them. Not like they add any value to the game whatsoever.
Look there. Signs of the Blight.
If the gods finish their dagger, open the Fade and unleash all the Blight. Even Solus was terrified of that.
He may be a smug bastard, but at least a bastard with limits.
On Tom, your vision, your loyalty will be rewarded. Illuminaine and I must complete our task before we join you. But this magic we harness will transform the world. And all those within it.
Sheer size of the creature.
We sense intruders, the same mortals who defied us at Whitehaft. A woman, also an elf, griffin bonded. A death mage, unbreathing. There are others. Find them, that bring me the griffin intact.
Try it, and you've got a war.
We have to hurry. The Anton will be looking everywhere after hearing that. It's Harding.
Rug, hey!
Harding, are you okay?
We drew off some on Tom, but you have to hurry. More on the way.
Can you open the way out of here?
I think so. Let me look.
starting.
I need a bit more time. Open. More on-tom are coming. We'll draw them off.
Be careful. We'll meet you above.
There are things I would have of you, Rook. Draw closer. You will learn what they are.
Elganon again.
He's messing with our minds. Try.
Move!
Ugh. A lot more blight on this side.
On Tom as well.
Move out of there!
On Tom, the intruders remain. One bears an instrument from the Dreadwolf.
They sensed Solus's dagger.
Our ritual gathers momentum. It cannot be interrupted by mortals. I will send my creations to assist your hunt.
Oh no. Dark spawn!
Oh, Darkspawn.
Did you see that flash of green light? That's a tear in the Fade.
I didn't come all this way to miss our chance.
The gods might be close, but they'd be gloating if they finished their dagger. If we kill Gillenane and steal that dagger, then Elganon can't unleash the Blight. Fade tear's blocking the way. We have to set it off. That Fade tear. Getting near it feels like being ripped to shreds.
Gillenane's enervated the entire Fade. She's made these tears hazardous against coming near them.
We can't hold him off much longer.
Do what you can. Meet us inside that building ahead.
Right in our way.
We've got to clear it out to get to the gods.
The Anton found us. Get more fade tears.
Remember to keep your distance.
No such thing.
And the first meal I feed it will be your hearts.
the new sanctum. Save here. Hey, Hot, how you doing? So, I like the shield bash. The shield bash is really cool. I don't like, I really don't like any of the companions. Osh is okay, but none of the companions in this game elicit an emotional response. You know, in previous Dragon Ages, Mass Effects, anything like that, always develop this relationship with the care about what happens to them, and you care whether or not they live or die. Like when I had to choose between Harding and Davrin to go lead the other team, the only reason I didn't choose Davrin was because I wanted the Griffin. I don't really care what happens to the companions. I don't care if Harding and her team dies. It just doesn't matter to me. And that's not what these games are about. These games are about, you know, as you go through the game, you develop this need to make sure that they're okay and to choose the right people to do the right things, otherwise they might die. And this game, I just don't give two shits whether or not anybody dies, because I'm not that invested in any of the companions. Hell, I don't even really care if the heroine dies, because yeah, I made her, I sculpted her, you know, made her look the way she does, but I don't care about her. She doesn't have a good enough, I guess that's the thing, is none of the companions have a good enough they weren't built well enough to care about them. They don't develop you don't develop feelings for them, because you know, Mass Effect, you cared if Ashley died or if Kieran died, or Kieran. You care about whether or not Liara dies. You care, you know, you even cared if Zaid died, because he had a good backstory. He was cool. He was, you know, didn't pull any punches. He just fucking called it like it was, and that was it. And you know, when Mordin dies in Mass Effect, that elicited an emotional response from most people, including myself, because you develop such a rapport with them in Mass Effect 2 and throughout the first series of Mass Effects 3, where you're going to Junka to cure the genophage. Dragon Age, you cared about the hero Ferelden, you cared about Morgan, you cared about Liliana, cared about all those characters. You cared whether or not they lived or died. You cared or not. You always talked to them because they were interesting. And I guess that's the thing that these characters in this game are lacking. They're not interesting. There's nothing that stands out in their backstory. Nothing. With the exception of the Griffin. Like I said, I would have preferred that they had you find the Griffin, maybe from an egg, and hatch the egg and start teaching the Griffin. That would have been a great backstory. That would have been a great quest line where you're teaching the Griffin. The Griffin is growing. It's learning how to fight. It's learning how to be a companion to you. That would have been a great quest line. But instead, they give it to some rando companion that you've never really met before, and the writing on him is substandard at best. Just don't care. The thing that you care about, if you're like me and you love animals and shit, I don't even want to kill dragons, but I care more about the Griffin than I do any of the companions in it. He tells all the other companions to come in here, and nobody comes in here. Nobody here. There's nobody here. None of the others are in this. I mean, what kind of shield is it? The shield's cool. It does a lot of damage on the shield toss, but looks like a fucking happy face. I mean... just not that really isn't. I'm having to force myself because what I want to do is I want to start playing Mass Effect again because I like the characters, I like the storyline, I like the companion quests, I like all that stuff. Dragon Age Inquisition, I'd rather fucking play that game than this game. Because with the mods that have been created for it, I've been able to create the game the way I want. Sandra, Ambassador Molinet, or whatever, they all look the way I want them to look. And it makes the game more appealing. This game is not appealing, guys. It's not.
Another Fade Tear. Oceans of magic are coursing around us because of the god's ritual.
Then we'd better find Gillenane. Quickly.
Wait! There are wards blocking the way out. Blood magic. One touch could kill.
How do we get through? Ideas?
Patterns
If
are
you have a
familiar.
question
If
or
I
a
can
suggestion,
fracture the
let me know. I
harmonics,
don't
we
bite
could get through.
hard.
Maybe.
I deal with blood magic. I can stop the damage long enough to burn out the wards.
That's risky, Nev. Really risky. I can't ask you to do that.
Your way's just as dangerous. Don't like it, but one of us has to do it.
This is your territory, Bellara. Just go slow.
I'll be careful.
I'll keep this Fade Tear in check while you work. But with things so unpredictable, I fear anything might happen once we kill Gillenane.
Solus warned me that there'd always be costs and consequences to fighting gods. But if we kill Gillenane, snatch the god's dagger and escape, maybe we prove him wrong.
I dearly hope so.
And there!
Great work.
Thanks. Be careful. The gods might know we're here now.
That is a certainty.
Bellara!
The Elven are a scattered people, but fret not. I shall bring your mage gently back into our fold. You can all be forgiven by embracing the wisdom of surrender. Continue, and even the dread wolf will regret what I do to his pawn.
Come on!
Elganon and Gillinane are still on the island. If we move fast, we might get Balara back.
Damn it! Hold on, Belle!
The gods know we're coming, but they still need to finish their dagger.
We can divide their attention.
Good idea. Half the team comes with me on the main path. Harding and the others keep out of sight and get Lucanus to the ritual.
He kills Gillinane, and then we save Balara.
All this magic, it feels like a storm.
Which means Elganon's almost completed the dagger.
Where's Gillinane?
On the move. Spike can feel her hunting for us.
I don't care what these damn gods try, or what they want. We'll kill Gillinane, we'll get our friend back, and then...
And then Elgarnon. We'll hold Gillinane's attention until Lucanus has a clear shot.
Good luck, Harding.
Like we said, whatever it takes.
It's all yours.
As is Gillinane.
Gillinane conjured this fog.
I hear Darkspawn.
The first age of gods was a time of conquest. The second age of gods saw wonders built. Then came flight, pride, betrayal. And the third age of gods was...
What?
There she is!
The child of the stone.
Get around her so we...
Harding!
She hears you not. Of an empire destroyed by the dragons. Solus is cunning, persuasive. He is loyal to nothing but his own fears. celebration. Once the light is fully ours, all wardens who ever lived could not stand against us. So few of you remain. Small.
Emmerich?
Desperate.
Tosh!
Fearful. For your transgressions, little book, you face a god alone. Set back our work. I will perfect this world, but you shall never see it.
Smash the like button multiple times and give me a follow.
Emmerich, you're okay.
Only thanks to you. Now, to the fight!
I have not forgotten my archdemon's death. That debt will be paid with your companion's blood.
Barely felt anything. Let's go.
We have to find Harding. Gillenane took her earlier.
This struggle is hopeless. Wasteful.
We've got you, Harding.
Thanks, but you need to free Lucanus. He's got Solus's dagger. We can't kill Gillenane without him.
We'll find him.
You must keep them away.
They are persistent.
Got him in position.
Lucanus, I've got you.
You've done naught but destroy them!
You and Elganon are trapped by the past, just like Solus. You had your chance, each one of you. And we don't owe you a thing.
Whatever it takes.
And she's dead. Thanks for the light shot.
No. We had such plans. Oh, no.
Regret this.
The fate's still ripping open!
The dagger! Rook! You must break its contact with Gillenane!
Lucanus? Lucanus!
And so you have your victory. You live, and Gillenane does not. Are you not proud to finally reach this moment? Or did you think you'd win the day without some painful sacrifice?
That dragon raised Minrathas. Where were you?
No one's retreating.
We'll all die.
Archdeacon's attacking the north.
You and your friends stood against the gods. Your courage is laudable.
Solus?
But mortals cannot win this battle. I am sorry it is what must be.
I did everything for you, Rook. You're worthless.
Varric never believed in you.
You are no leader. You were never up to it. You failed us all.
What failure cuts your conscience now, I wonder?
Bellara!
Your friend is dead.
Dead and gone. It was your fault.
Your fault.
Regret, like all emotions, is a powerful thing. It can bruise us, break us, or blind us to the truth. Regret is even strong enough to serve as the lock on a prison built to hold gods. But such a prison can hold any captive. Even you.
No!
You were never ready to make the sacrifices that leadership requires. So through our connection, I molded you into someone the prison would accept in my place.
Varric?
Your work is done.
What? This is...
This is where we talked when I was dreaming. But I'm not dreaming. Has to be some way out of here. Just have to find it. I have to get back to the team. A wolf statue. Of course. How did Solus get out of here? Solus swapped places with me, but there's more to it than that.
Hey, kid. Come on. Solus found a way out. Now you need to find yours.
Varric? He's not here. Of course he's not. So how do I get out? Solus said this prison was built to hold gods. Built to hold gods.
I'm sorry to make you sad, but I told you the enchantments were dangerous. You chose me anyway. You picked me to die.
You're right. You're my friend, Bellara. But we had to get those wards down. I made a choice. I live with the choices I make. The successes and the failures. We all believed in what we were fighting for, what we're still fighting for. And Bellara knew what it might cost.
She did, kid. We all did. Because you always chose the hard truth over the easy lie. Solus, on the other hand.
Everyone's a pawn. Allies, even friends. He'll sacrifice them without a thought. Isn't that what pawns are for?
Harding.
Whatever it takes. Your words, weren't they? And you were right. You gave so much to all of us. You reminded me that what I feel isn't who I am. That I know the world is good and that I love the people in it.
Oh, this is stupid.
You did everything for the team. Brought us together, held us together when no one else could. And you never wavered, not once. So how could I?
Take care of the team for me. That's what Varric told me. And we were more than just a team. We were friends. But now you're gone. And the fight's not over. So I promise you this. I'm going to get out of here. Stop Elganon, stop Solus. And save the world. I'll make sure your sacrifice was worth it.
Great job, kid. Now, what about mine?
Do you like what you see? Do you hit that share and give the channel a follow?
That's
where it all began.
What am I gonna see there?
I think you already know.
We've got your back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca. You need to listen!
So I guess the entire team is dead right now.
Varric! Varric! Nev!
Rook.
Let's go, this way.
Weak.
You can't be dead, Varric. You've helped me so much. Told me what to do when I didn't know. We wouldn't have gotten this far without you.
But you did, Rook. You did all of this without me.
Because you died.
Yeah. Sorry about that, kid.
You know, I think I knew the truth. Deep down. But I couldn't face it.
Why not?
Because it would mean admitting that I let you die.
Shit. Didn't you learn anything from this place? I made the choice. To talk to him. To try to reach him. Even knowing the risks. Because he was my friend. My decision, my sacrifice. And you don't get to take that from me.
But...
Every story's got an ending. This one just came a little earlier than I'd planned.
All this time, Harding and Nev... Why didn't anyone tell me?
They thought you knew. You're the only one that wasn't in on it.
But they talked to you, I remember.
Nope. They talked to you. Or to themselves. You just filled in the blanks. Time to finish this story. Your story. I just know the ending's going to be killer.
What happens now? To you?
I'll disappear. Go back to just being a memory.
Right.
Hey, don't get all misty-eyed on me, okay? I had a good run, and I don't regret a second of it.
What about Solus?
You talked to Mythal. You saw the memories. Solus wants to be a hero. That's who he is, deep down. But it's easier for him to play the villain. Because that means he didn't fail. All the damage he's done, the people he's hurt, it becomes a choice. Remind him who he really is. He might just listen.
So how do I get out of here?
Listen to your team. Like you always do.
This way. It's thinner here.
Better be right.
They're waiting for you. Just take it one step at a time.
Goodbye, Varric. And thank you.
Rook! Looking forward to seeing how it turns out. I'd say good luck, but you don't need it. You already have everything you need.
There! A light!
We've got something. Get ready.
I am Elganon, first of the firstborn, last of the Evanuris. Come to reign over you with fine and gentle hand. Citizens of Minrathous, give yourself to me. Together we shall unleash magic so glorious, so limitless, that all the world will be transformed.
That's kind of just the way it ends.
He seized control of the Archon's palace?
While the Magisterium was in full session, only the Venatori seem to have survived.
How were the Shadow Dragons?
Still fighting, last we heard. But Elganon's blighted the city, and the Venatori magically sealed the gates. No one's getting in or out.
Even the city's Alluvians went dark. We've got no way to contact the Shadow Dragons. They'd be dead already if not for Solus.
Solus?
He got to Minrathis just before the gates were sealed. He saved some civilians and killed some Venatori.
Now people are rallying behind the Dreadwolf, like he's the only one who can save them.
That lying bastard's always been good at getting people to believe in him. And once he takes down Elganon, he finishes his ritual. And whoever survived gets drowned in demons.
He can't hurt Elgarnon yet. That archdemon makes him invulnerable.
Right. Solus needs to kill it first.
And once that's done, Solus goes for Elgarnon with the dagger he took from us.
That's why we need to get to Solus first.
He's not going to be happy when he sees you've escaped from his trap.
That's his problem. He's got the dagger, and the dagger is the only thing that can kill Elganon. We need to get it back.
We did attempt to create a dagger to replace the one Solus took.
Nice to look at, but it can't cut through enchantments like the real thing.
So it cannot kill Elgarnon.
Looks real enough.
But it is not. We don't have the right weapon to take down our target, and we lost too much killing Gillenane. We have no idea where Bellara is, or what Elgarnon is doing to her.
And Harding is... she's gone.
Bellara would never forgive us if we let an elven tyrant conquer the world. And Harding always believed we should take the shot. They believed in this team. They trusted all of us. They aren't here to finish the
I
fight.
also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/vanman88_.
Get a message to anyone who's still out there. Tell them we're gonna stop Elganon, and we need their help to do it. Then fix up your gear and take care of any unfinished business. In the morning, we take back Minrathis.
Hey, you okay?
We've still got work to do. I can collapse when this is over.
Listen, let us get word to our allies. We've got this. You take care of yourself. I'll stop by your room in a while.
Alright. Well, now I got another quest to do. I don't feel like doing it tonight. Like I said, this game does not hold my attention very well. So I'm going to end here. And I'll try to stream again tomorrow night. And talk to you all later. Thanks for joining.